Hello everyone, I hope you all had a great holiday, and I hope that your new year is full of joy, blessings, and a fresh start for some who need a fresh start. Today I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be more of a reflection. A reflection of 2023. 2023 was a very long yet fast year, and you're going to hear cats playing in the background. Right now they found a plastic bag, and that's their whole personality right now. So I want to reflect on this year because in the moments it didn't feel like anything was happening when a lot was. But when you look back, it's like, oh wow, that was a lot. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. But first I'm going to close my door because this bag is driving me nuts. I guess I don't know how I should approach this. I guess before I start, the art you see in the background, that was a little thing I did in my sketchbook. It has a bunch of holiday foods. At least in America, I don't know what other people eat, because I know in different cultures they eat different things around Christmas time. But like the standard American Thanksgiving / Christmas foods, like, turkey, ham, mashed potatoes, that stuff. With happy holidays in the middle. Because I drew it for Thanksgiving, but didn't finish it. So I was like, I still like this. So happy holidays. So that's what you're seeing in the background to fill the space while I ramble. I am reflecting back on this year. I don't want to get into a lot of personal things, but I'll give a quick overview so you can understand the changes. Because if I just say, oh, this happened, it's like, well, okay. So at the end of 2022, the beginning of 2023, it was a separation between me and my mom. I'm not going to get into all that went down. I'm just going to leave it to, she's not in the best of mental states, and instead of getting help or allowing me to try and make her feel better, she chose to lash out and made me and my boyfriend's life a living hell. So I told her she can't live with me anymore. Obviously she didn't like that, and then she did a bunch of stuff I'm not going to get into. And it ended with her ghosting me, which I was planning on ghosting her once I didn't have to deal with her anymore anyway, because of how mean she has become. But she chose to ghost me because I wasn't of any use to her anymore. So that kind of hurt. If you hear me be sarcastic or laugh about stuff, it's not because it's funny. It's my way of coping. like this right now. So it's been a very interesting year. It's my first time not being stuck at her hip, because my life has basically been me being her pet / handbag. So not being an accessory to her life and having my own life has kind of been the theme of this year. And I can say I'm not there yet, but I am getting better. So this year, after she ghosted me, we cleaned the house because she was a hoarder. We got rid of just about everything in the house that was not of 100% use. Like, obviously we kept pots and pans and stuff, but like lots of actual trash and stuff. We cleaned the house. My current craft room used to be her room. I have a craft room now. I have my own space. I'm not locked in my bedroom, because how the life was I had my bedroom and she had the entire house. Apartment, whatever. Entire house. It was so bad I had to keep my cats locked in the room, because if I let them out, they could have got hurt. The mess was that bad. So that's another thing that's gotten better, is my cats are happier. They get to run around, roam free, drive me nuts. Beat up my curtains, slide across my tablecloth, classic cat things. My cats are happier. But I have my own space. I don't have to tiptoe around anymore, even though I still kind of do out of just trauma and habit. But I'm getting better. I am getting better at doing stuff when my boyfriend is home. I'm the kind of person who will just drop what I'm doing. I won't watch what I enjoy to watch. I'll just stop everything, close off everything, and just let the other person take over, because that's what I'm used to. I'm used to not having me without having to be approved of by somebody else. But I'm learning to be able to just throw on a Columbo and just watch it while he's cleaning dishes, or actually be okay with being in my craft room when he's home. I would say I've made great progress since the beginning of the year, because on Christmas, which was yesterday when I'm recording this, I spent 3 hours playing a video game on my computer. I don't do that. I kind of just sit in my room and scroll in the bed. I just scroll because I have this weird thing of I don't want to not be around in case someone needs me, when he could literally just walk 5 feet to the next room and just be like, hey, can you make me a cup of tea or something? Like, he can just do that, but I just want to just sit there because I'm used to always having to jump when someone spoke, but I don't have to. So I'm getting better at being more autonomous for myself. I'm not as good at taking care of myself yet as I would like. I have a very hard time with certain things, but I am getting better. For context, the abuse that I went through was also when I was homeless. So homelessness sucked double. But I'm not going to get into homelessness right now because I haven't been homeless for going on I got out in 2021, 3 years almost, which is so nice. Anytime I want to complain about my bed, I'm just like, this bed isn't the most comfortable, but it's better than sleeping in the back of a hatchback. So I've had things like that, like mental improvements. Like, I'm not great, but if I have like a mental breakdown or a mental meltdown, I'm also very neurodivergent. I don't know what I have, but I'm neurodivergent. I know that much. But when I have my mental breakdowns, I'm better at recovering from them. Normally they would take me up to 24 hours to 72 hours to get over. Some of them I can have a breakdown. It'll last about 30 minutes, and then I can like compose myself, and I won't be perfect, but I'll be better. So I am getting better. I have gone to 2 different types of counseling at my church. I became a member of the church. Starting this next year, I'll be able to go to church every Sunday instead of every other Sunday. Things like that have been really good. But there's also, like, just general life things that aren't just, I've been traumatized. This past year, I had a lot of nice stuff. I got back into game development, which is something I've wanted to do for years. I don't know when I'm making my next game because I have so many things I want to do. But I've gotten back into game development. I made my pizza game, my Fluffertini Pizza Constructor. You can play it on itch.io if you want. I got to go to an Owl City concert, and for those of you who don't know, which is probably everyone, unless you remember, I think I made 1 or 2 fan arts on here. I think only 1. I'm not positive if I did 2. I know for sure 1. I love Owl City. Owl City is my favorite musical artist. I love Adam. He has been my favorite since I'm 15, I want to say, and I'm 28 now, so like a very long time. And I got to go to a concert this year with 2 of my very close, amazing friends, and they were really sweet. I'm taller than them, and they let me have the easier to see spot because they knew it meant a lot to me. So shout out to them for being sweet. That meant probably more to me than the actual concert, and the concert meant the world to me. So thank you guys. I really appreciate that. It was a really special time. I felt elated for a week after that. It was great. I had to stand for a lot of hours, which hurt my feet, but you know what? It's for Adam. It's fine. I completed another Inktober, and this Inktober I felt was one of the most important Inktobers because of all of the exhaustion and trauma and all of that. I have been too tired to consistently make art. You probably noticed since like the middle of 2020 to now, my art uploads have died. I upload once in a while, get a little burst and stop. Was creatively exhausted. In the next year, I want to do more. I don't know how much I'll record. I'm trying to work out what I want to do because I want to get back to art being for fun instead of for content. Because at the end of the day, this channel does not make me money, so I don't have to upload everything. I can just enjoy it. So I'm working on that. We'll see how that goes. But I completed the Inktober. I was very proud of a lot of the pictures I did. I made that video with my friend. I hope you all watched that. It was very funny. It's the one with the thumbnail that says, "Who dis?" That video was great. Please watch it. Between the two of us, she did the voiceover, I did the art and the editing. Between us, that art thing took us months. So please watch it. It was great. I painted, I think my best painting I've ever done. I'm looking at it. Yeah, best painting I've ever done in acrylic. And then there's just the other little things, like I got to see my friends more, and I got to host them and make them meals. And I really enjoy cooking for people. It's kind of a love language of mine, because one of my love languages is gifts. Like, I like gifts, and to me, food is like the best gift, because you're putting work into it, you're nourishing someone. Eating to me is fun, so you're giving them something fun to do. I really love cooking for people, so that's been really nice to be able to cook for them and have a place for them to be. I have my own living room now. My boyfriend's mom had an extra TV when he was living with her, and that was his TV, and she just said, well, that's your TV, you can have it. So I have a TV that I can watch YouTube and Twitch, and I found out these 2 other apps that I have on there. You can watch stuff for free, so I can watch stuff on the TV. Things have been nice. It's been a year of discovery, but there's also been the part, and I'm not going to get too detailed into it, but there has also been the part of healing. And the thing about healing is you don't heal until you know what wounds you have. Like, if you don't know the wound is there, it's gonna get infected, right? Like, let's say, have you ever like cut yourself or banged your knee and you didn't remember, but you just see this big bruise and your knee really hurts? It's like that, but it's in your heart and in your soul. When your heart is just so bruised, you don't know what's broken, you don't know where the gashes and holes are. You have to kind of learn about it. You have to remember. You have to think about things you might have locked away. And man, have I locked a lot away. But I would rather learn what I've locked away and face it and understand who I am because of it than be frustrated. So if there is one thing I hope for you in this new year, is that if you are healing, I pray for you to have the bravery to feel the pain. And I know that doesn't sound like healing, like if I'm healing, the pain should go away. No, absolutely not. Have you ever had a cut and then it scabs over and it gets itchy? That's because it's healing. You have to itch and try not to scratch and just let it heal and just feel it for a while. And it's not fun. I have not been enjoying it, but I do enjoy the results. I enjoy being able to cry. And I hope that although I've had a great year this year, and I have said this is my year of healing multiple times throughout this year in these videos, I hope that next year is a year of healing, but I also want it to be a year of renewal. Because what good is it if your leg is broken and we cut it off and you don't have to cut it off? You know, like, or if you do have to cut it off, but you get a prosthetic that can bend and you learn how to walk. That's a better analogy. I'm relearning how to walk, and I am honestly learning how to walk in a lot of ways because so many things I was taught were wrong. So I really hope that if you feel like your leg has been cut off, your heart has been ripped out, that you allow that hole to be filled and your leg to get the help it needs, whether it's a cast or a prosthetic. And I'm not talking about an actual wound. I'm sure you know that, but some people take things very literal. It's been a hard year. And also, not that anyone was thinking any way or the other, I do still love my mother, and if you're wondering about my dad, haven't spoken to him since I'm 6 or 17. He's also not good. And you know, I love him too. If either one of them died right now, I would be very upset and I would cry. I love them. But when you love someone, you don't have to be a doormat. And I grew up in a Christian, air quote, because they don't act like it, Christian household where you were told, let people walk on you because Jesus allowed them to hang him and stab him and all of that. While I do believe that it is good to be graceful and not get revenge, the Bible also says that you are to separate if they are not pleased to dwell with you. And she was not pleased to dwell with me. She was pleased to take my money. She was pleased to take my food. She was pleased to demand things of me. But she was not pleased to dwell with me because if she did, she would have respected the space that she lived in for free. So we had to go our separate ways. But I still very much love my mother. And I hope she's doing well. And I hope she actually will get the healing she needs. And she needs a lot of healing just like the rest of us. So in summary, I would say this year has been rough, but it has been good. And healing has not been fun, but I have been enjoying the results. But like I said, I hope this year is a year of renewal. I want to fully jump back into art the way I used to be able to. Maybe not as many pieces. Maybe learn to take it slow and not have to rush it out, because my mind has always been I have to rush because the people around me were always impatient. But now I'm around a super overly patient boyfriend, some very impatient cats, and it's me. And I have to learn what patience is, because I have always been a person to rush to not get in trouble. So I want to dive back into my art. I want to do lots of things. And I want to get that into that in maybe another video if I feel like it. I'm not going to extend this video any longer. It's already almost 20 minutes. But yeah, I hope you all had a good 2023. And if you had some bumps, well, we've all had bumps, but if you've had some bumps and they were rough, it's gonna be all right. Even if it doesn't feel like it's gonna be all right, it's gonna be all right. God loves you, and if it feels like no one around you loves you, and even if that's true, just remember God loves you. But I'm sure a lot of you, there's at least one person somewhere who cares about you, even if it's someone you don't know, but someone who just observes you. Because I'm sure, like, let's say you're a student, I'm sure if you vanished, the whole school would be like, where'd they go? Remember them? Where'd they go? Someone will miss you. So stay strong, and it's going to be all right. May 2024 be the system reset we need. Unfortunately, they won't let us read the terms and conditions before the year starts, so we're just going to have to power through it together. Alright, guys? Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video, even if it was a little sad in some spots. I hope you have a great 2024. And yeah, that's all. Have a great rest of your year, guys, and have a great 2024. Have a blessed new year. Thank you for watching. Bye!